Hola audiencia youtubera, mi nombre es Oscar Vargas y esto es Fuego en la Oscuridad. Just playing guys, I'm not gonna speak in Spanish right now. Let's get it started. Second video of the year. I'm excited, you better be excited. Let's get it started. Recently I read a book called The Calling the American Mind by Jonathan Haidt. It talked about the great divide between the Democrats and the Republicans. Don't worry guys, it's not going to be about politics, well maybe just a little bit. But it talked about the great divide between the Democrats and the Republicans. Either Democrats are completely liberal or Republicans are completely conservative. Therefore, there's not a common ground and they can't really talk to each other in a civilized manner because either one person believes that they have the right values and the other side has the wrong values. You could see this in the 2016 election when people were completely interrupting each other and talking bad about their hands, that they had small hands, Donald Trump. This is what the book called us versus them. In an us versus them mentality, we tend to see the other person as an opponent, as someone that we're trying to convert to our points of views, instead of someone who's just a person who has different points of views and we can agree to disagree. We can see this in sports when Celtics and Lakers played against each other, when Magic and Bird were together. We could see this to an extreme in sports in Argentina when Boca and River Plate played against each other. What happened was really bad. People started fighting each other and calling each other names just because they were from a different region. Us versus them mentality. As Christians, we believe that we have the truth, and the truth is Jesus. But a lot of the times, as Christians, we can see this us versus them mentality when it comes to the LGBT community, when it comes to other religions, or even within our Christian sectors. There's different denominations, there's different people who believe different things. Therefore, we can't talk to them or associate ourselves with them because they have a different point of view, and therefore we believe we have the right point of view. So why talk with ignorant people? And this us versus them mentality is creating a great divide within Christians and the community and other Christians as a whole too. For example, my sister is a lesbian, my aunties are lesbians, and my cousins from my mom's side are lesbians. And if I had the us versus them mentality, I would not talk to them or associate with them because I believe that homosexuality is bad as a Christian, but they don't believe that. And therefore, if they don't believe that, I can associate with myself with those people. And that's completely untrue. As Christians, I believe we were supposed to be light to the world, and that means that we're light to people who believe differently than us. Another example that I've noticed within my life is my grandma. So you guys know that I'm trying to make this YouTube videos to influence people on a positive note, talking about Christianity. But my grandma's Jehovah's Witness. Shout out to the Jehovah's Witness, I love you guys. But Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe in the same thing that I believe in. Therefore, my grandma did not allow me to make more videos because she had the us versus them mentality. You're completely wrong, I have the truth. And therefore, since I have the truth, I want to not allow people to speak the untruth in my house. Exactly what she told me, but in a nicer note. She told me something mean. I still love you, Grandma. If you're watching this video, I love you. What that created is an us versus them mentality. And for a long time, I had an us versus them mentality against her because I believe in Jesus, and who cares? It's just videos. Let me do whatever I want to do. But that mentality didn't get me anywhere with my grandma until I decided to act more like Jesus. And Jesus would do what Jesus would do is show compassion with people who are different than them. Therefore, I didn't try to shove Jesus into my grandma's throat. And instead, I was loving her, having compassion on her, and listening to what she has to say. And that created a stronger bond within me and my grandma's relationship. When you have an us versus them mentality, you're unable to hear the other person's point of view because all you're trying to do is convert them to your clique, to what you believe in. Instead of hearing them out, you are not trying to do that. You're trying to tell him what you believe is correct and what they believe is incorrect, because this and that and that and that and that and that, and my points are better than yours, and what I believe in is better than yours because this and that and that and that and that, and therefore it creates a divide. And that divide doesn't allow us to come to a common ground and understand each other. When you let go of an us versus them mentality, what you are showing is love, kind, compassion, and harmony. Great things happen in that area because then you react more like Jesus. Jesus he put himself in communities and associated himself with people who the Jews should have never hung out with. But because Jesus believed that an us versus them mentality doesn't work, therefore the greatest verse of them all that Tim Tebow made famous, John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son. He loved the world. He loved everybody. So therefore, he didn't have time to disassociate himself with people who believed differently. But instead, he started associating those people and showing love to them. And when he did that, people started to understand what Christianity is truly about. I have a strong conviction, and I may be wrong, guys, I may be wrong, but I have strong convictions that if we had less of an us versus them mentality, we will be able to live more in harmony with those who differ in views, in thoughts, in mentality. And we will be able to reach more people because of our actions, because the way we love others, because the way we act towards others. One of my most favorite stories within the Bible, besides Jesus, of course I have to say that, politically correctness, but besides the story of Jesus on the cross, okay, I have to say that, guys, I'm a Christian, so I have to say Jesus on the cross, but this is one of my favorite stories, is within Jesus' ministry when he was walking on a town where there was this woman who was caught in adultery. She was having sex with someone other than her husband. And within the Jewish community, it was correct to stone people who were having sex with someone other than their spouse. It was an us versus them mentality. Like, we have to let go of, this is what the Jews believe, we have to let go of those who are sinners because we are righteous in our eyes because we're following the law, and that person is not following the law. So Jesus is walking through and they talk to Jesus, believing that Jesus would say that they could stone her, and therefore the death of this woman would be on Jesus. And Jesus started writing something on the floor and said, you know what? You can stone her. You can, but you can stone her only if you've never sinned. And one by one, those people who had the rocks and were ready to stone this woman let go of their rocks and walked away. Why? Because Jesus cut the us versus them mentality and started showing compassion on people who within a Jewish community didn't deserve compassion, didn't deserve love, didn't deserve forgiveness, but Jesus showed them love and forgiveness. Please, Christians, I urge you with all my heart to show compassion on people who you believe don't deserve compassion or don't deserve love because they're practicing different things than us or because they are completely different than us. Have genuine and beautiful and deferring debates that are not filled with self-righteousness, that are not filled with just proving that other person wrong and trying to convert that person to Christianity, but have talks with people, showing them what you believe in and asking them what they believe in, or allowing them for them to speak their mind. And if they disagree with you, that is okay, because you're not their savior. And if they agree with you, well, great. But before you try to prove somebody wrong, show them love. Come in with the mindset of love. Come in with the mindset of agree to disagree. And if we do this, I believe we will go further with the gospel. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. God bless. Amigos, suscríbese a mi canal, ponle like en el video, ponga ponle me gusta, compártelo con sus amigos y escribe en los comments, en los comentarios. Que tenga un buen día.
That was awful.